Welcome to this week's episode of SPTV, and it's all about barriers in business. And as for avid viewers of SPTV, you would have seen me talk about removing as many barriers as possible for businesses, whether that's through the sign-up process, through your payment terms, making it really easy with taking contracts away, all of those sort of things. But I want to do the flip side of that today, because it can be really important to put barriers in place so you're only working with the right people. Now, this has come about because I've spent the last three evenings, as quite intense evenings, going around looking at schools for my son, because he's going to be starting Year 7 next September. And as many of you will be aware, there are kind of certain deadlines in place. The first one is October of this year to put your choices forward. So we've been going around on tours every night this week looking at the various options that are available. And what was really interesting about this was that it's in the public domain, that you can see who or which schools and what times their open evenings or open days are throughout the sort of kind of a couple of weeks period on that. And all of them you can just turn up to, apart from one of them. And that is by, as such, invitation only. This is, it's not a private school or anything, but they want to do things in a certain way. So I phoned them up and I said to them, I'd like to book an appointment for the 5:30 slot that you've got advertised. And the lady said to me, she goes, that's no problem at all, but as I said earlier, it's by invitation only, and you need to go onto the website, download the form, fill it out, send it back to us, and we'll send an invite out to you to do that. And a few people I spoke to said, that's a bit kind of, why are they doing that and everything? And I said to them, well, I think they're filtering out people because they only want the very best. And it came through that as well, through the talk, because it only happened last night, was our session with that school. And they were filtering out the people that, quite frankly, felt it was all a bit too much and a bit too much of a faff to go online, print out the form, fill it out, send it back. That was too much. So they've already filtered those people out to start with. Last night they explained about how they had longer hours of the day. There was expectations for staying on after school clubs. Certainly at least one day a week they wanted you to do that in their sort of session 3 that they were saying about. They had very high standards for discipline and worked that through. And I believe those 2 points will filter out more people as well. So they've pre-filtered the people that won't even fill out the form to turn up. They've filtered out people that don't want the longer days. They've filtered out people that kind of want discipline as such, but certainly not to the standards that they want. And then they're going to get to the number, then they're going to choose, and that's going to go through the process with that. But it got me thinking about it in business as well, because how do we get the very best? How do we make sure that the people that we're working with are people that we actually really want to work with? And that could be some kind of application process. It could be just putting in a couple of barriers that we want a telephone interview with them, or we want to meet them face to face. There's lots of different options for that, and it means that you can work with the right people. It might be that you work with slightly less people, but it will be working with the right people. You can charge more for that as well, so that means your profits will go up, but you'll get more time. And that all comes as part of that package. And it was really interesting hearing the things last night and why they were doing those things, because there was a lot of people kind of rolling their eyes at the longer hours of the day. And I believe that those people will not be putting that school as one of the options. And that was what really stood out to me last night, of how they're filtering before they even get to the application process. The applications haven't got to be in until the end of October, but they've already pre-filtered 3-4 levels of people off that original list of people that are all interested in that school. So I hope that's helped. As always, I mention every week on these videos, depending on where you're viewing this, there will be a way of getting in contact, commenting or replying to comments or emails that you've had with this video. If you want any help from us, my team and I are at your disposal. It's not just me filming SPTV every week and then leaving you to it. Get in touch with us if you think, oh, that is a great idea, but I literally can't think of how to make it work for my business. So get in touch. My team and I will be more than happy to help you. And obviously, if we don't speak to you, we'll see you in 7 days' time from now with the next episode of SPTV.